Northeast governors accuse Tinubu government of neglecting zone in allocation of capital projects and slam electricity company over blackout. And I never see anything, I go see something. Now I just start. I never reached 2 years, now 1 year we did. The news in detail, please.
It particularly noted that roads from Enugu to Maiduguri were in deplorable state and the railway from Enugu to up to Maiduguri had been completely destroyed. The Northeast Governors Forum has expressed concern over the neglect of the Northeast Zone in the allocation of federal government capital project. The forum called on the Nigerian government, led by President Bola Tinubu, to prioritize the reconstruction of the critical infrastructure project, particularly the poor state of roads and railway infrastructure along the economic corridors that link the zone to the rest of the country. It particularly noted that roads from Enugu to Maiduguri were in deplorable state and the railway from Enugu up to Maiduguri had been completely destroyed. The governors also berated the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) over its nonchalance in tackling head-on the recent persistent blackout being experienced in the sub-region. They said they were keenly watching to see how committed the TCN was in restoring power supply to the region within the next 10 days. This was contained in a communique issued Saturday at the end of a 10th regular meeting of the forum held at the Bauchi Government House. Bauchi signed by its chairman Propaganda Zulum, governor of Borno State. It read, Forum reiterates concern over the seeming neglect of a Northeast and the allocation of capital of federal government capital project. It noted with dismay that despite its cry for attention on the state of infrastructure in the region, which has been consistently echoed in all its communiques over the years, especially the poor road and railway infrastructure along the economic corridors that link the northeast sub-region to the rest of the country, nothing serious seemed to be happening. The roads from Enugu to Maiduguri are in deplorable state, and the railway from Enugu up to Maiduguri had been destroyed. This is a major route for regional trade and very important for integration, building national unity. The region is also not included in the National Infrastructure Plan for the transition from PMS to compressed gas. The forum is calling on the federal government to look into the situation and consider the reconstruction of the basic infrastructure along Enugu-Maiduguri, the economic corridor, and the inclusion of Northeast in all national development plans and initiatives. Forum notes with dismay the blackout experienced by the region over the last 1 month and the nonchalant attitude exhibited by the TCN in addressing this issue of national importance for the security and development of the country. The forum is watching the commitment made by the TCN to restore power toward the state of a restate on the 27th May 2024. Accordingly, the forum urged the federal government to direct TCN to take immediate action. The forum has resolved in the short term to set up a solar power plant that can generate a minimum 10 megawatt per state. Forum notes with deep concern that the Northeast is the only region in Nigeria that has one transmission line supplying 6 states with a land mass of nearly 300 square kilometers and a population of over 35 million. This has made the region the most vulnerable and most disadvantaged for industrial development and economic growth, with over 70% of its population below 35 years of age. Forum therefore calls on the Minister of Power and indeed the federal government as a matter of urgency to implement the extension of the 330 kV transmission line from Makodi to Gasol to Chalingu, linking to Adamawa, Gombe, Bauchi, and the extension of a 330 kV line from Kano to Bauchi to Yobe, linking to Borno. Forum resolved to maximize the existing hydropower generated in the Kashimbila and Dadinkowa Dam, which the region has not been benefiting from because of the Ministry of Power has failed to extend the 330 kV line of the Makodi-Gasol-Jalingo line. Forum notes that the climate change and environmental degradation remain a rare main region. It appreciates the various states for the policies they are putting in place to reclaim the environment. It called for a more sustained and coordinated regional onslaught to reverse the speed of desertification in the region. The forum charges the Northeast Development Commission (NEDC) to be consultative in its dealings, operation, and project prioritization. It calls on the NEDC to work with the state and the region for energy development to unlock the energy potentials of the region and lessen the energy poverty burden of the people. The forum notes that the world is passing through a horrific food security crisis, especially with the war in Ukraine, climate change, and poor agricultural practice. And the practices, member states resolve to continue to invest in agricultural value chain and encourage the transformation of subsistence farming into SMEs. The member states of the forum will support the procurement of improved drought-resistant and short maturation seedlings, subsidize fertilizers, and ensure that the region specializes in the production of such seeds. My own question is, when Buhari did here? When I came out, the comments said, I never see anything, I go say something. I never see anything, I go see something. When Buhari was there, I know hear in a voice, all of a sudden now, and I don't come outside, they talk. Shebina he never even completes 1 year. He never completes 1 year. I never see anything. The Northeast governor must be ungrateful. If the insecurity in the zone could be tackled by his administration within a short period, and your man is the second in command to Tinubu, why can you not be patient and wait for the rebuild of the dilapidated infrastructure in the zone? Must everything be politics in Nigeria? And then Sabi, my own is when Bubu was there, their mouth was sealed. They make sure they use super glue, they make sure they use tape, they make sure they use any type of tape, and they sealed their lips. Now that the man is no longer there, we no go hear word. They never say anything, no. Make them continue. Let the governor learn how to pray for the president as their leader. Is that not what most northern leaders used to ask us to do after they sold the people mandate for religious and ethnic gains? They never say anything. Do they complain to anybody when they were enjoying Buhari's 97 to 5% sharing formula between the North and the Southeast? Like I said, they never see anything. Then go see something. Northeast region, what is your contribution to the national pulse? What are you guys bringing to the table? The last time I checked, it was only insecurity, Boko Haram, terrorism, and IDP camps you guys have to offer. I beg, shift. Northern Republic are surviving with the glory from southern Nigeria. What are they using electricity to do other than baby factory production? Well, as a good Nigerian, I'm not saying whatever is happening is good, but I'm saying we must learn to be maintaining the same energy we put out. When the thing there for your side, you must learn to maintain. When the president is from your side, that energy where you keep them or maintain them when the president is no longer from your side. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for turning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of